What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. Tonight, the judges will visit the last 3 homes, scoring each of them out of 10. The home with the highest score will earn itself the remaining place in next week's final. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design are design legend Hugh Wallace.
There's only one spot left in the final 7. I'm just looking forward to finding out who that is.
Renowned interior designer Deirdre Whelan.
1 place left in the final, 3 homes to go. It's all very exciting.
And award-winning architect Peter Crowley.
What I don't want to see is that home I've seen 10 times before online or in magazines. Be creative, show us what you can do.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. Paula and Dale Feathers recently built their home on a small plot of land in County Tyrone.
Our house is a new build but portrayed to resemble a gate lodge from a couple of 100 years ago. The style is a wee bit industrial, Gothic, old. Yes, we appreciate a modern home, but it's just not our style.
No, we think it shows our personality the best just because of all the different bits of furniture, and everything does tell a story. We've lots of nice quirky pieces that we've been able to find. Even your motorbikes had to get a spot in the house, which I suppose should be in the garage, but we really feel that it adds to the character and the funness of the house. So this is our favourite spot, and it's the living room. We really like to come here in an evening and relax and unwind. We feel it's quite a warm and cosy room, and it's lovely on a winter's night lighting the fire.
Our family and friends, I think they like the home. It's Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, but me and Paula love it, and I think that's the main thing.
The judges must now assess the home armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Well, this is interesting, isn't it? It's like something you'd see in the Black Forest. I kind of half expect Hansel and Gretel to come skipping out.
I think when you look at the house up close, it looks like gingerbread. I just love the timber work. Isn't it great?
It certainly looks very quirky.
Yeah, it's very ornate. I wonder if it's followed through internally.
Let's go and find out. Oh my. Well, characterful and quirky.
I just love this. It reminds me of sort of being in Transylvania. You know, you're expecting Dracula to appear, but most certainly, you know, one of the most unusual halls I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's very moody, very atmospheric, isn't it? There's very little light in here, actually. There's a vintage motorbike. There's all sorts of memorabilia over there, so I think we have a collector on our hands.
I think we're going to have fun in this house. I don't know how to describe this, actually.
Dracula.
Oh, goodness. Well. We're in the living room. Nice little bay windows, seat tucked in there.
I just think I've walked into a movie set.
Yeah, it's kind of fantastical almost. One of the criteria of the competition is individuality, and it's hard to say that this isn't unique and individual. You know, it's very much their take on a home. In fact, I can see another motorbike over here, so we definitely have a collector on our hands.
The owner's favourite spot. I'm going to sit down for a moment. See, I think the owners just love this room, and I think that the objects that they have in the room here have a lot of meaning. And I'd say at night time they come in here, close the curtains, watch the telly, have the fire lit, and it's about coziness, intimacy, and all the things that have a lot of special meaning to them in the one room here together.
There's something quite Gothic about everything here, actually, isn't there? I mean, all of the surfaces are very hard. I think there's a real consistency to it. I think this homeowner is very true to what they believe in.
100%. I've noticed that we have a door here. We've one just on the other side of the fireplace, and all the furniture is placed around the perimeter of the room. I think it would work much better if that door didn't exist. The furniture gets pulled in closer, so you have the focal point of the fireplace. At the moment, you're too far apart from each other.
I totally agree. The issue is you've actually created the circulation right in front of the fireplace, which is what you don't want.
Exactly.
The kitchen diner here, and whilst I expected the walls to be grey, and due to the owner's consistency, you know, it was going to be grey, I just wish there was a bit of a relief from it in here. We have the moody walls, Gothic windows, and we've got a polished concrete top here with stained oak door fronts. Really like the minimal approach. There's no handles, so just pops open. I mean, I'd have expected a big skull here or another motorbike helmet or something, you know, so very nice.
I think this is really charming, and I really like the volume in here. The grey works much better because of the sheer height that we have in the room. In the other rooms, it felt all a little bit compressed and a bit heavy. Whereas in here, this really works a treat. Fantastic bay window where they have the dining area.
You have the same design consistency that we've seen throughout this house. You either love it or you hate it, but they obviously love it. And of course, poor Bambi is on the wall. Look at this for a smashing bathroom.
I adore the copper bath. Very unusual, and it really fits into the decor of this room. And look at that, that's a copper pot used as a sink. Very original.
Everything is so grey, so kind of grim almost. And then we've got a knight standing by while you bathe. It's quite Dungeons and Dragons. It's highly unusual.
Very unusual, but as you go through the house, you sort of get an understanding of these homeowners and what they love and adore.
Yeah.
And they obviously just love this style.
What about this for a master bedroom? Another moody creation. I mean, look at that light fitting. It's like a spider hanging off of the ceiling. And this bed, actually, with the big wells here, I think that might just be box steel that they've had made up. It might well be, given the motorbikes we've seen, that this homeowner likes to meddle and make things, or at least create, and I'd say he's had a hand in this.
I've noticed there's no wardrobe in here, so I wonder, Hugh, will you do the honours and see if there's a wardrobe in there? Yes. Isn't that just very clever? Close it over and you can forget all about the wardrobe in there. That's brilliant.
Personally, it's growing on me. My initial reaction was, oh my God. But as I go around the house, you just get a smile on your face. And I think that the people who live here are just great fun.
I think you're absolutely right. You know, so many people spend so much of their time wondering about what everybody else thinks. These homeowners clearly don't care. This is their home, take it or leave it, no problem.
The home will now be marked out of 10. One score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
Entering this distinctive and unusually designed home was a surprise for me. I thought I'd walked into a movie set. Love it or hate it, this home works on so many levels. The functionality, the consistency, and the inspiration. I'm giving it a 9.
This house is a highly personal take on what a home could or should be. Whilst I applaud the homeowner's bravery, I do think there are issues in this home. There's no light in the hallway. You come in the front door and it's quite dark. And the same palette of colours being used on the walls throughout the entire home was just a bit relentless. This home is a 7.
From the hallway right through to the bathroom, these homeowners are certainly not afraid to put their stamp on every room. Individuality is what we're looking for. However, I do think there is an unresolved issue with the layout of the living room.
When French architect Louis Douay and his family bought their home in Cork, it was in a state of disrepair.
The house was semi-derelict, so it was what I was looking for as an architect, as a blank canvas to refurbish and extend. So we added a 2-story extension to the house. We kept the good room because it is nice and snug, cozy front room now. The open plan area is really the hub of the family. Everybody has his own spot, his own favorite spot. This is my favorite spot. It gets a nice western light. It's a nice place to read, relax, listen to music, and also you feel like you are in the garden. I feel good in my house, and my daughter too. It's an happy place, and I think it's a great place for them to grow up.
I think these homes would have been built in the early part of this century, and it's great to see this homeowner breathe new life into theirs. They've replaced the traditional porch with this modern version, and we've got these vertical timber slats. It's all very crisp.
Yeah, lovely piece of modernity. I hope the inside reflects the outside.
Me too. Ooh, a very pared back entrance hall. Just pure white everywhere and a polished concrete floor. And I like the pop of red that we see at the end there.
That big open plan room across the back of the home.
When I look at it, I think that it's upside down. Because we've got the timber ceiling and the polished concrete floor, it's sort of reverse. But what that does is it gives a lovely warmth.
And the other thing that works extremely well in here is that big light well. It brings a lot of light into the kitchen. And then we've got that fantastic dining living area beyond. And despite its sheer size, it feels very intimate.
What I've noticed is this wonderful couch, the sheer scale and the size of it, but even better, it's in 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what that allows is you can move it around and it gives you great flexibility how you lay it out.
What I like about it is the fact that there's plenty of space given to everything, so there's lots of room to circulate around, and you feel that you can breathe in this room.
I suspect we might have an architect homeowner here because everything has been considered in its totality. You know, we've got the painting with these angles and facets and the glazing that kicks around at that interesting angle. I've spotted something else here and I can't say I'm surprised now. We've got the homeowner's favourite spot, and I think they can sit here and admire the fantastic room they've built themselves, or spin around. And here it is, you know, this is southerly. We've got light pouring in here. You've got the incredible landscaping outside, and it's just so tranquil.
Well, this is a super-sized terrace. Lots of space to put your furniture out. And what I like is the fact that the floor finish is the same level inside and outside.
Yeah, I really like the architectural form here. You know, we've got the white box at the ground floor with those interesting angles. And then we have this slate-clad box above. This isn't just any old boring box on the back of a house.
Now, we're into the living room, which I'd suggest is the older part of the house, but it's a lovely little room, very sort of graphic in its detail.
It's quite a cosy room, actually. The reason why this colour works so well in here is because they've kept the reveal of the window bay white, which allows the light to bounce off on the side walls and keep this room actually quite nice and bright.
There's a very different atmosphere in this room from the open plan, isn't there? This is a side room. It's a little getaway. You come here to watch the TV, read a book, so the darker, moodier colours kind of feed that. I think it's a very nice room. The amount of light that roof light shoots down into the hallway is amazing.
Fantastic. Oh, look at this. A very calm and very fresh but simple master bedroom. They've used birch ply for the joinery and the headboard, which I think is very much in keeping with the architectural style that we've seen downstairs, and just white linen on the bed.
They've been quite restrained, actually, and held back. It's very, very clear. I like it a lot.
We're in the extension, that black box that's sat on top of the roof. Looking around here, I'd just love to have seen some colour. I think it would have elevated this bedroom. At the moment, I'm just a bit flat.
Well, I kind of think it's in keeping with what we've seen downstairs, the consistency of the white being carried through into the new part of the home. There's a kind of tranquility that we've seen throughout, and it's certainly present in here, and I think it's a lovely bedroom.
When I look at the rest of this house, it's fabulous. Downstairs is not safe.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed because this room to me is safe. That's all.
This homeowner has managed to balance architectural style with comfort and family living. Painting the existing front room a dark grey is a nice contrast to the all-white extension. I can imagine this is a great home to come back to after a busy day. I'm delighted to give it a 9.
The homeowner's detailed design decisions can be seen throughout, from the timber ceiling to the concrete floor, creating a restrained modern home. I would like to have seen more of their design confidence in the master bedroom that we saw in the rest of this house. I'm giving it an 8.
It was apparent from the front facade that this home would have strong, modern architectural credentials. The clarity, simplicity and restraint shown throughout this home are only possible when a homeowner has an innate ability for design.
Sarah and Barry Battle live with their 3 young children in a 5-bedroom bungalow that they built in County Mayo.
We decided that we would go with a bungalow and we love it. We love all the high ceilings and we've introduced some period features into the house. And yeah, there's a great sense of space in it.
It's great for the kids, running around the island, running up and down the hallways, through the courtyard and around. So, even when it's bad outside, they can have good fun inside, so the space is...
Yeah,
it's
it is,
brilliant,
yeah. You could say the courtyard is the centre of the house and the house nearly evolves around it. We did that to allow light into the hallway and we have windows in the courtyard, so you have different wings, I suppose, to the house. This is our favourite spot, the living room. We love to come here in the evenings. It's calming, relaxing, and we have a lovely connection to the courtyard as well outside. I think the judges, well, I hope they like it. I think they will be impressed with the space, the natural light. I think that the fact when you walk in the front door, you can almost see straight out and you can see the green of the back as well. I hope they'll be impressed.
I was wondering what we were going to find behind this grassy mound. And there it is, the home.
Well, I think I'm Dorothy on the yellow brick road.
So we have a period-inspired modern home. They've broken it into 4 sections to manage the scale. And there's something interesting going on with the height here. I think it's 1.5 stories tall, so either we have extremely high ceilings or a dormer bungalow type arrangement.
Shall we go in?
Let's.
How fabulous to come through a little porch, through a set of double doors, into a very generous entrance hall with lots of natural daylight and a view of the garden.
Oh, it's wonderful. From the outside, you can see it's a symmetrical home. And what I like is they've continued that inside. We also have, interestingly, what looks like 2 courtyards, which means this hall is lovely and bright and full of natural light. Look at this for a really smashing kitchen. Best part is the roof light, which just brings a ton of natural light into this area of the kitchen, which would otherwise be dark.
In terms of arranging a kitchen, this homeowner has got a lot right. It's a very large space again. We've got the dining off to this side, the playroom over here. I think this is very much designed with family in mind.
I like the fact that there's this volume here, so it feels super generous. There's a sense of airiness about it.
My only comment is that within this kitchen, there are actually 20 downlights. So we'd have to wear our sunglasses if we were in this space. Not gone on the chandelier, I don't think it's the right solution. I would love to have seen a linear light at a lower level, which would have given you task lighting, in fact, on the area where you're cooking.
You've got the garden right here. Imagine the kids running up and down, playing football, adults sitting, having a bite to eat, or sitting outside on the patio. It's southwest facing, so you'd be getting the last of the evening rays.
I think the colour tone in here is fabulous. It's sort of an off-white with a hint of mink. And we do have nice little touches of blue as well. Ooh, look at this. A beautiful living room. And I've just noticed the homeowner's favourite spot. Oh, I'd say they like coming in here in the evening after a busy day, kids gone to bed, light the fire, watch the telly.
Yeah, it's an interesting change from the kitchen and dining area because it was all about looking out. And then you come in here and it's much more intimate and internalised. So I'd say this is much more of an evening room.
I'd say they use this room during the day as well because we've got this great little courtyard outside here. This is quite an exposed site, with the house right in the middle. That's a sheltered courtyard. I bet they pop out there with a cup of tea regularly.
I love it. Look at the sheer size of this bedroom. And funnily enough, the room has no paintings or any bits and pieces, and it works. It's a very calm and relaxing space to come into, particularly as a master bedroom.
There's just a real sense of opulence in this room, and I've just noticed a magnificent walk-in wardrobe. How delicious is that?
It's hard to criticise this room. I mean, it's very large, it's beautiful, but this colour, this beige colour, I just need to get away from it at this stage.
It's not beige, it's taupe in this room.
I actually find it kind of bland in terms of colour and the tone. It's everywhere. I tell you what it is about this home that's kind of getting me, right? It's not that it's not accomplished or that it's not sophisticated, but I'm just not seeing that creativity or that really unique, innovative thing that makes you stop and go, ah, that was really smart.
I know what you're saying, but did you not think that the courtyard of the living room was sort of quite an unusual detail?
Absolutely, it was great, and I'd have loved to see more of that thinking and more of that ingenuity. What appears to be a modest house transpires to be a large family home. The courtyard is very smart. It brings great light into the hallway and provides a sheltered getaway from the wind. In my opinion, this home is missing that extra creative spark, but it's sophisticated and accomplished, and it's an 8 for me.
From the moment you entered this home, there is a real sense of airiness and light. My favourite room is the kitchen dining. I like the layout, that incredible double height ceiling and that fabulous dining table that I have no doubt is the perfect spot for family get-togethers. I'm delighted to give this home a 9.
The homeowner's design style and restraint is obvious in this delightful home. I would like to have seen less ceiling lights in the kitchen and dining room areas, but this home shows that you can have a mix of style inspiration to create a beautiful, forever family home.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, Deirdre gives her score for the new-built Gate Lodge in County Tyrone.
It felt a little bit disjointed in the living room for my liking. Unique, certainly, but I struggled with it and I gave it a 7. So a 9 and 2 7s gives us 23.
Well, now, I'm disappointed in both of you, really. This is one of the most unique houses I've seen in this competition. I think it deserved a higher score.
Next, Peter reveals his score for the extended semi-detached house in Cork.
It was just all about family. It was beautifully put together, beautiful materials. This home would be right up my street, and I awarded it a 9.
2 9s and an 8, and that gives us 26.
Great score for a great home.
And finally, Hugh tells us his score for the bungalow in County Mayo.
There was just a sense of space and airiness throughout. I enjoyed this house very much, and I gave it an 8.
Oh, I thought you would have got
Really?
Yeah, why?
Because of the lighting in the kitchen where you had all those lights in the ceiling, the pendant wasn't the right type of pendant. Lighting is so important to a home. That to me is a functional flaw.
We've got 2 8s and a 9, 25.
So, Peter, the house from Cork is through.
Up the rebels.
That's a great home, though.
The last home through to the final is the house in Cork. Next week, tensions are high at the final of Home of the Year.
I wonder at this stage, are you just against modern architecture, Hugh?
And the winner is...